On a daily basis, I get asked anywhere from 50 to 100 times what camera I'm using, what microphone I'm using, basically everything. So today I'm going to come at you guys with a what's in my bag version 2 video where I'll explain all the gear that I use, all the gear that I travel with, and although this may not all fit in my bag at once, it really varies depending on where I'm going, what I'm shooting, but hope you guys are having a great day, and let's get started with today's video. So first off, starting with my main camera, it's the Canon 1DX Mark II. Now this beast I take everywhere with me. It's my main video shooter, my main photo shooter. It's got crazy fast shutter speed. It records 120 frames per second at 1080p. It shoots 4K at 60 frames per second. So this is definitely the all-in-one camera for me and the one I take most of my photos and videos with. For a backup camera, I have the Sony a7S Mark II. Now, it's kind of a backup camera, but sometimes a main camera for video as well. It has great low light, it's a tiny body that I can carry with me everywhere, and it's just a good little camera to have on the side if I want to shoot a time lapse, pointing a different direction, or I want to throw it on some kind of stabilizer and I'm kind of in a rush. This is the camera I'm using for those situations. Now, the first lens that I want to show off is the Sigma 35mm f1.4 lens. And it's a great little lens when I want to get a blurry background or when I want to get low light. It's great overall, and I mainly use it for portraits or when I want to get detailed shots in video. The next lens I got is the Tamron 24-70 f2.8 lens. It's perfect for all sorts of situations. It's just got a nice variable zoom, as well as it has image stabilization, which is why I prefer it over the Canon version. And I keep this on my camera maybe 30 to 40% of the time, as it's good for photos and good for video and just an all-around good lens. The last one I have is the Sigma 20mm f1.4 Art Series lens. This lens is super sharp and is super wide as well. It's got curved glass so the corners are not distorted, and for capturing wide, massive landscapes, this is by far my favorite lens. Now, to use my Canon lenses on my Sony, I need an adapter, and for that I use the photo diox adapter. For vlogs, I have the Sony RX100 Mark IV. It's a tiny little camera that provides great results, and if you're looking into vlogging, I would say this is definitely one of your best options. When looking into drones, I personally use the Phantom 4 Professional, and it's a great little guy to have around with me, although I wish it was a little bit smaller, so I'm definitely looking into that new Mavic DJI drone. But this is great. I have 3 batteries for it. It provides stellar video results, and I try to take it with me as much as I can. The tripod I use is the Mi Photo aluminum version tripod, and it's great because it also turns into a monopod, which is super helpful when I'm trying to get stable video, and it's basically the best of both worlds. So if you're looking for a tripod, I would definitely suggest this one, as it's been a blast to use. I get a ton of questions what I use to get those over-under shots when I'm swimming in the ocean or a lake or whatever, but I use a Go Dome as well as a GoPro Hero 4, and those combined work really well together. I'm kind of scared to put some of my expensive cameras in housings, so I think this is the best option for a really good price. Question I get more than what camera do you use is what stabilizer are you using? And for that, for the smaller camera, the A7S, I have this Pilot Fi H2 Plus, and it works wonders. It's tiny to carry around, and I basically have one of the best stabilizers available with me at all times, which is a huge benefit. And for the more professional stuff, when I don't have to hike, when I don't have to walk anywhere, I use the DJI Ronin M, which can hold a bigger camera like my 1DX with a nice lens on it. So those are the 2 stabilizers that I use. A GoPro is a great little tool to have with me on every shoot. I can put it on something and not worry about it. I can get a cool time lapse, cool video, and a lot of unique angles. I don't use it as much as I should, but when I do, I got the GoPro Hero 5, which with the screen is an amazing piece of technology. I edit my videos and photos off a little Samsung SSD. It's a nice portable solution that's also really fast, and to store data, I mainly use LaCie hard drives, although it is getting a bit expensive, so I am looking for a nice, bigger at-home option. I edit my photos and videos on a 15-inch MacBook Pro. I use Lightroom for photos, Premiere for video, a little bit of After Effects, but that's about it, nothing complicated. Backpacks are a bit tough for me. I've went through like 10 different ones, but so far my favorite is this Peak Design 30-liter bag. It's quite new and it fits all my gear, has a sleek design, and it's pretty comfortable, so if you're out there looking for a new backpack, I would highly recommend this one. Another one of my favorite bags is the Lowepro 450 AW Tactic Pro, something like that. Also a great bag that fits a lot of gear. When carrying around the drone, I love the Low Pro drone backpack. I can fit stuff other than the drone in there. It has a lot of room, it's super padded, and it's been a great option. When I vlog, I use this Gorilla Pod Joby thingy that I just attach my camera to that gives me an extended arm when I'm vlogging, as well as is super stable if I want to set up the vlog camera for a time lapse or a photo. Along with all that camera equipment, I carry around a Pelican case for my SD cards, some Mophie backup batteries, chargers, and batteries upon batteries. I have like a USB hub to charge all my equipment, and just a bunch of other cool little things that help me get the job done, a little notebook to write down ideas, and all that stuff goes in my backpack. And then I go hiking, I go on an adventure, and I try to provide the best video and photo content, and this is personally what I use to get the job done. Now remember that this is my job and I purchased all this gear myself, but it may not be what's necessary. Actually, I know that it's not what's necessary to make a good video and photo. I started out with a Canon T2i and did a lot of photo and video with that, so it's definitely possible. Just what I would suggest is shoot as much as you can, see those results, change whatever mistakes you made, and keep getting better that way. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm headed to Hawaii in a couple days, so expect awesome vlogs and video content from that. And I'm just super excited for what the future holds of this channel. Thank you all so much for supporting and following along the journey. Be sure to like, subscribe, and if you can, share this with other people. But anyways, hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Although we got all this cool equipment, this is how we're recording it right here. Save money where you can.